Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome on in. Hi, my name is Magic Bum Bun and I do tarot and oracle readings here to help bring confirmation to your intuition. Okay, so as you can tell by the title of today's video, we are working with that new moon in Leo energy. We're here to bring out your courage, to find out what your fears are, what you want to manifest for this new moon. This is the energy of strength within the tarot. This is about facing your fears, staying calm and collected, and not letting your fears get the best of you, okay? This is about inner strength. This doesn't have to be physical strength. This is about enduring, okay? Enduring changes, what you want to manifest, having that patience for it, right? So we could be using this new moon energy and this pick a card energy to find out what it is that you want to manifest. And if you already have a manifestation in mind, please pause this video at any time if you already know that you know what to do here. You want to go and pick your pile and find out more about what maybe is not helping you, or what could help you bring your manifestations into reality. Okay, so here we have our 3 piles here. If you're interested, I usually, if not always, host a new moon and full moon, but this is for the new moon in Leo. And shout out to all my Leo placements out there. You know, we're starting Leo season strong. Okay, and yes, I am a Leo sun as well. So shout out to all my Leo placements out there. This will be a good one. Boost that creative powers. We will be working with that new moon in Leo energy. I will be hosting a group ritual that will include a live YouTube that will be here. It'll be an unlisted video, so the only way to get that link is to secure your spot on my Ko-fi link that will be listed in the description box below, so you can join in. It is always $11.11 to participate. It is a group reading for the collective, for everyone who is joining in, and I will be doing candle magic that night to help manifest. Okay, and more details about that ritual will be listed in the description, and again, if you're interested, there will be a link to take you to secure your spot. Okay, so putting that to the side, I actually will take this completely out of here. Let me put this somewhere to the side here. And if you're new here, so how this works is you can pause the video at any time to really debate if there is a pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, any sort of colors that are calling out to you, or maybe a classic black and white, never know. Okay, so pause the video and take a few deep breaths. Once you've selected your pile, you can go down to the description box and you will see a timestamp. It'll say pile 1 and there'll be a timestamp, and it should be in blue. It should be like a blue little link. You'll click that and it will fast forward you to your reading. As always, as a little general disclaimer here, this is a collective energy reading. Each one will be a collective reading. So not everything may resonate with you, and that is okay. Don't try to make it fit where it doesn't fit. You'll understand. Trust your intuition. Realize this part of the message wasn't for you, so just disregard that. That meant that it's for somebody else who is watching the same pile as you. And as always, we do start with tarot, and then we bring in some oracle afterwards. Okay, so that should be it. That's the only thing I've got to talk about right now, and I will catch you in just a few moments in your reading. All right, thank you for being here. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Let's find out what Spirit wants you to know about this new moon, what your divine spiritual team wants you to know, what your higher self needs you to know. What is it that you need to know about your manifestations? Any ideas, inspirations? What is it that you need to know? What are your blessings? And what are some things that you need to release? All right, let's get started. Oh, well, that was pretty quickly. 2 of Swords, challenges, maybe making some decisions, and the Empress. Okay, I'm trying to put this so that the glare isn't too in its face. We have the Empress. Okay, so we have some Venus energy coming into here. Venus, about things that you love. This could be very strong for Libra and Taurus placements because Venus rules over both of those signs. Needing to make a decision with that 2 of Swords, needing to trust your intuition when you want something. What is it that you think of? Then we have 6 of Swords and Judgment. Okay. again, trying to make it where it doesn't glare, but I think there's going to be a little bit of a glare on each of these cards. Also, live editing, we need to zoom out just a little bit. Forget how big these cards are, but they're beautiful. The artwork is gorgeous. Okay, so first up we have the Empress, we have Two of Swords, and we have Six of Swords, needing to move on from a situation, needing to get away from the drama, needing to focus in on yourself, needing to understand that Spirit is with you, you are not alone. As we see with this one, it's kind of like a veil of protection that is hovering over this person here in the drawing. Also kind of gives me some Belle vibes, probably because it's a yellow dress, but still gorgeous. And then the Two of Swords is trusting your intuition. That's why the person is blindfolded. Needing to trust their intuition, needing to make a decision and going with it, and knowing that you're doing it for your best self. Like, you're doing it with the most information that you have, which may not feel like a lot, but you're making the best decision, so don't judge yourself so harshly for that decision. Judgment as well might be needing like a spiritual, or not needing, but maybe going through a spiritual awakening, like something new you might have not thought of before for this Judgment card. For this as well might be a sign that your ancestors will be trying to contact you, or needing like acknowledgement, like you need to leave an offering out for them, whether it is a drink, it could just be a glass of water, it could be milk, it could be, you know, it could be like a glass of wine or whiskey or something of that nature. This could also be having a place in your home with that Empress energy, needing beauty within your home, wanting to make your home beautiful and comfortable, needing to lounge back and relax, needing to also not be torn in two different directions. We have Four of Cups. Four of Cups brings in meditation. You might have an issue right now of deciding everything that you have on your plate, is it enough? Do you want to add another cup? Do you want something that might be draining you emotionally though? Can you handle something else being thrown on your plate? Like really dealing with it, deciding if it is meant for you or not, or do you have to leave it behind? You know, or replace it. That is something as well too. We have Five of Cups. So it's like we see progress being made, but maybe it's not going to be in the best right here when we have that Five of Cups. It's a bit of grief. It's a bit of sorrow. It's honoring your emotions and seeing that maybe you're taking on too much with this new moon manifestation. You're trying to add when it's like you've already are in the process of another project. Okay. And then we have the Hanged Man, a bit of Neptune, Pisces energy coming into here. Judgment is related to Pluto energy, so a bit of Scorpio. So we're getting some water signs into here. Three of Wands. Okay, so like a collective. We have 2, 4, and 3. We've got 5. We're seeing like the beginning steps of things, right? We're not seeing, if you can see all the cards, that'd be great, right? I'm sorry, these cards are quite large. So no matter how much I zoom out, you may not be able to see all of them, but I will hold them up. So Three of Wands is collaboration, something that you can't do on your own. This could be why things are feeling very overwhelming. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, and the card at the bottom is the World card. Okay, so the World card comes from a place of completion and stability. It is, as you can see, all the signs that are on here. We've got Leo, we've got Taurus energy again, we've got Aquarius, and we've got that Scorpio energy. And this is about completion. This is about seeking like it actually goes from Judgment and it goes to the World. This is about something coming to an end, and it's that moment. What are you sacrificing, says the Hanged Man? What are you willing to release? What are you willing to surrender? It is a sort of death in that way, of like death of an ego. It's surrendering to a way, like an old perspective, to be open to a new one. No longer judging yourself for this new perspective. You're opening your mind to something new. You've gathering all the information. You want it to be steady. The Knight of Pentacles, so this might be someone who's part of this Three of Wands right here. So this Three of Wands energy is also seen further beyond, like you're having maybe an issue, since we have someone who is blinded on the top here, having an issue of seeing something that is like what it could be, what with the energy that you have, how far can you go? How far can you dream? What else would you like to do? The Knight of Pentacles is someone who's very diligent, who's very hardworking. This also, I attune specifically the Knight of Pentacles with Virgo energy, someone who's going to plan it, someone who's bringing everything full circle. They know how to tie up loose ends. So this new moon energy could definitely be for someone who wants to set those intentions, who wants consistency, diligence. You've kind of waited long enough. Like we're starting to swing. We're going to start seeing motion. You may be having to ask for help. You may be needing to ask to build something great with this Three of Wands energy. You might be needing to gather more information. Like after you made the decision, the information will flow to you more easily because you've made it. And it's also to not look constantly at what you've lost when you've given up something and you're moving on from it. It's don't keep looking at things that you've lost. You're going to be gaining so much more, especially because you're making more room on the plate, like a cycle coming to an end. Okay, let me push these over. We'll keep touching base with more of the tarot, but we are going to start bringing in some oracle cards here. And very interesting in this whole row here is we have the major arcana, and I think, yes, and everyone on this side is a minor arcana. And why that's interesting is, and even including the world card, this is the card that's pushing behind all of these cards here. It is like the reason why you do things, like wanting something to come to an end. Maybe if you're going through a rough time, you want to see this rough time come to an end because you want to celebrate. You want to start working on something else. You want to sow the seeds for something else. With this Knight of Pentacles energy, wanting to be more diligent, you have the information. You're like, all right, I'm ready to get to work on something that, you know, I left something that was very emotional. It was very mentally straining. I left it and I'm ready to move on, and I'm not going to judge myself so harshly. Like, you've learned something from what you've done. You've learned something to keep the stability up. It is now a rebirthing cycle for you. It is a great sign to get things moving. And the major arcana is a lot of times that are energies that are working outside of your control. You're just learning to flow with them. You're learning to move with them. You're learning to adapt and be flexible towards them, which is why maybe some of you are having a hard time making a decision. When this new moon comes up, this might be something that comes to you in a dream. That might be like a spark of inspiration we see here. This could be a conversation that you are having with people that sparks this kind of like, oh wow, you know, I never saw it that way. I never thought of it that way. You know, I was too much in my grief. I was looking at too much that I lost. I'm looking always back at like what I've left behind versus looking towards the future and what it could be, what it, you know, changing a perspective, seeing the world anew in a way. Like your world felt like it was turning upside down, but it was for the best, as we see these two cards being present here. In traditional, with that Pisces, I know like this is a card that's attuned with also Neptune, which is about a dream-like state. It is having dreams, but also Pisces, because Neptune rules over Pisces, but Pisces traditionally was also ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is about expanding. So we see that expansion of mind, expansion of your dreams, and dreaming bigger as well. You might need to have a conversation with others, so you're not just sitting there by yourself. Like you have like that moment of meditation, and when you can't make that decision, you seek counsel elsewhere. So don't be afraid to speak to others about what it is, and that's why we see the Knight of Pentacles. There might be someone that can help you with day-to-day activities. You know, if you can't think of the bigger picture, you go to the Knight of Pentacles, and it's more about daily activities. What are some things that you can change now, that you can make changes now? And it's just going to be simple tasks, okay? They're not going to be something that's going to be overbearing either. Okay, what do we need to surrender for this new moon? Pile number 1, what do you need to surrender? First card up is surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. This might be towards criticism. This might be first, I had to stop for just a second. I thought my recording had stopped. This might be towards criticism. You might be thinking someone is trying to criticize you, and that's why we're seeing like this grief. Like, you know, maybe someone in Virgos, I know this is like something that is said like a lot of times with Virgo energy, and I say this with love, and literally from love, because I'm a Venus in Virgo myself. So like they say Virgos can be very criticizing, we can be very critical because they like, demand perfectionism. This could also be a defensiveness to yourself, so that you do not judge yourself so critically, that you give yourself some grace, that you hold, like if you're not feeling well, if your emotions are going up and down with this 5 of Cups, you hold space for those emotions. You do not allow it to just bottle it up. You don't don't criticize yourself for feeling this way. You allow yourself to heal before you can move on and start working on something else. This is why we're seeing maybe needing to speak with others with this Three of Wands, the way it is portrayed in here. But definitely with the Three of Wands energy, it is also, it used to be like in the traditional way, like when, if you looked at like a deck that would look like this, it's usually 3 staffs, and it's like some staffs are grounded. They are grounded, and one staff is looking beyond. They're looking at what else they can build, what else they can do. This might be more about having to communicate with others and speak about that so that you can have this more of a different outlook, not this defensive nature. Surrender to desire to control people. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. This is also true if you're trying to control the situation. And you don't have to have Virgo like placements, like a lot of like high Virgo placements for this to count. Again, the Knight of Pentacles, I associate it with the Virgo energy, but it could also be Capricorn and Taurus energy. And we're seeing a lot of repeats of some Taurus energy, okay? Is to also, with that fixed energy, is to not be so stubborn. Things may not go perfectly to plan, and that's okay. This is about being flexible. There are some things that you cannot control. And as I say that, you have surrendered to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. And I just got the vision of someone as well who, you know your habits. Like if you've tried to plan something to happen a certain way and it didn't work out that way, like you wanted to do X, Y, Z, and you're like, or like let's just say for a prime example, you wanted to wake up early. You've been trying to wake up early and it hasn't been working, and then you realize you're more of an evening person. It's like, accept that part of you. That is who you are. You can still get the same amount of work done. You know how to get your life in order, even if it is later in the day. Work with what you have. Okay. Like, it is what it is at that point. Okay, so then we're going to do a message from the fairies. Okay. Let's find out pile number 1, what the fairies have to say. Okay, that was the card at the bottom, and I will read that in a second. I just need more space. I had to move everything over. Okay, we'll read these two in just a second. Let's get the first one that flipped out of here. Friendship, and we're seeing that trio again. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams, okay? So, and I definitely get this as a conversation, like the defensiveness being right there and controlling people. Like, you can't control the way that people are seeing your dreams. And this is where we're seeing, like, you need to work on it. Like, you may not see things from a certain perspective. Something that you're trying to manifest for this new moon in Leo, you may be trying to manifest it a certain way, and people are trying to point it out to you. Hey, it may not happen that way. It may happen a different way. Or have you considered these options? And that you're like, you know what? I've already seen this. I've already seen, or not that I've already seen it, but like you haven't seen it another way. You never considered it, but it's like a stressor. It is a stressor. This might also be a sign, like you go from 2, you're jumping to 4. You may need to take it back down to 3. Like 3 ideas, only 3 people. Because there's 3 in this friendship card as well. You don't need to tell everyone what you're doing either. This is something you can also keep to yourself. Or not keep to yourself, but keep to a small group of people. All right, then we have moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Definitely related to that 5 of Cups and that 6 of Swords energy. And to moon energy in general, this is a great sign for you, pile number 1, about really utilizing this new moon energy. Sync with it, think of manifestations, new intentions you want to set, daily tasks, make a note of it, journal it. Have even just a peaceful night that night. You don't have to do anything. You can just be still in that moon energy and have that moment to yourself. And then we have precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste other people's time either. So that is like the surrendering your desire to control people. Like, you know, like I said, you can't force people to see your point of view. You can't get them to like your idea either. But this is also about you not trying to take on ideas of others, emotions of others. This is a Four of Cups. You don't want to take on the emotions. That might be dealing with a lot of grief. That's something that you need to move from, because we have still a horse here, you know, like movement. It is slow and steady progress though. Okay, what is some self-care that pile number 1 can do for this new moon? Now, always suggest when it's dealing with the moon, like ritual baths or just like having a bath or shower that night is wonderful. And I don't need even a card for that one, so. Okay, pile number 1, let's do that one more time. What can you do? Intuition, we've kind of already talked about that with that 2 of Swords. Trusting your intuition, trusting that gut feeling. This could also be dealing with other people. If you meet someone new in your life recently, if you've been having like a feeling about them, keep that in mind. Like, don't distrust your gut about that. And the same thing goes if it's the same thing goes as well if it's a person that you feel really great about as well. Okay, we had a lot of cards jump out for this one. Ground yourself. Grounding meditation. We were talking about that with the Four of Cups. Meditation. Really deciding if you need to ground your energy as well. Needing to have time for that. And also with the self-care cards, you obviously can do some of them, or they can just inspire you to do something. You can do a combination or none of them. This is just, you know, little adds, little things you can do for that new moon energy. We have sex. This doesn't have to be with a partner. This could be with yourself. This is releasing that energy. Also, sex magic is really great as well. And then we have rest. I mean, after that, you can have some rest. Have a good night's sleep. Maybe that's what will help you. I'm really only covering this because I don't think YouTube likes this. But we're sex positive here, okay? And then, oh yeah, this is the one I'm going to end with. For you, pile number 1, we're going to do a daily oracle. Before I do this, let me see, is there any other thoughts? We have pentacles, we have swords, we've got wands, cups. You have a pretty balanced reading here, meaning that we're touching base with like all that. We have a good amount of major arcana. We have swords, we've got cups, we've got wands, we've got pentacles. You know, it's 2, 2, and 1 of each here. You know, which means like we're fully balanced. We're not missing anything. We're not missing any like swords or cups or whatever. Like it's all here. Pretty spot on with connecting everything here. We're kind of seeing duplicates or kind of like taking charge of the situation when it comes to this energy, grounding yourself, taking time for yourself, you know, precious time for yourself, dedicating that time to it. And if someone hurts your feelings, like if you need to walk away from it versus like having confrontation, depending on what it is, of course, if you need to defend yourself, you can defend yourself. But sometimes some people defend themselves and it wasn't like tones, like especially if it's through text, if it's just through a message, you know, social media is not sometimes the greatest place. A tone can get lost. All right, pile number 1. What is something you need to hear for this new moon energy? Nothing is permanent. Nothing. Which means everything can change. That's why we go through cycles. That's why we see the world there. Everything can go in cycles. So when you go up, you'll go back down. What goes down goes back up. All right, and just like that with phases of the moon as well. Things will go full and then you'll have to release, okay? So keep that in mind. I hope you have a wonderful new moon experience. And again, if you're interested in that group ritual, that will be listed down below. Please don't forget to thumbs up this video if you liked it. Share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel if you like my style of readings. And, you know, find me on all my socials. Come, you know, hang out on the Discord if you would like to. Have a wonderful new moon experience, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. All right, let's start this shuffling process. Let us find out with your higher self, your divine spiritual team, what the universe would like you to know about this new moon energy. Let us find out what it is that you need to know, what it is that you need to release, what do you need to surrender, what are your blessings. Already the cards want to pop off. That's always a good sign. That is always a great sign. Just feel like doing a few more shuffles here, pile number 2. Let us find out what it is that Spirit wants you to know. Right off the bat, we've got the Page of Cups. Okay. Oh, we can zoom in just a little bit here. We'll see. We'll see. Page of Cups, the Keeper of Water. This could be in tune with someone who has strong water signs, like placements, like in your big 3. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio energy. But Page of Cups is a Keeper of Water. Oh, I thought a card came out. Since it is in reverse, it could be a challenging time with trusting your intuition, trusting any psychic abilities, trusting in yourself. We have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe you're doubting your investments. You're doubting the time you've put into certain projects. Maybe if you've put projects all into one project, all your energy. Okay, so we got 2 of Pentacles as well. We've got 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so we're getting a lot of reverses right now, but that's okay. That just kind of means like we're resisting this change. We're resisting duality. We're resisting a balance. Like you're taking on too much. And this could be why we're seeing like these 2s here. You might be seeing 2 a lot. This could be a sign from your angels, from your spiritual team, from the universe. And we have Strength in the middle here. We have got Strength in the middle, which is ruled by Leo, as you saw in the beginning of this video when I brought out the Strength card. So this is at the heart of the matter. Okay, there could be a lot of fears. I'm seeing a lot of fears in like your decision making, not trusting your decisions, not trusting that you can bring victory. This could also be feeling like you're feeling like you haven't been victorious, that your fears have taking control of the situation, that you haven't been putting your full effort into that no one finds you inspiring. We're seeing a lack of confidence at the core of this, a lack of confidence in your decision making. So this new moon could be about having more confidence, boosting your confidence, you know, enduring through this change, especially if you felt like maybe you were successful at some point. And then, we have a 10 of Swords in reverse. We cannot be resisting to a cycle, especially if you need to put an end to something. This manifestation might be more of a releasing journey for you, pile number 2, to a happier ending. Okay, got 10 of Pentacles. This card is also associated with community. It's associated with your ancestors. This is associated with strength in your community, having faith in your community, knowing also financial abundance. You may be trying to manifest financial abundance, but something mentally has to be brought to an end in order to accept this abundance. Like some people may not have a great relationship with money, and understandably, you know, and we have the 9 of Wands. So definitely for you, pile number 2, something is coming to an end with this new moon. Now, new moons are really great for manifestation, but we've got a 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It was at the bottom here. With this energy here, with this could be defenses being brought up a lot. Like I said, new moons are really great for manifestation. They're manifesting your dreams. It's about seeing also like your weaknesses and how you can improve them. You know, how you can work on them. You know, what can you work with? What must you release? Because we're going to deal with this Leo energy, right? Leos are, they're the stars. They're, you know, the kings, the queens. You know, they're the monarchs. Like they are seeing what is beyond, because this 3 of Wands is our like card that pushes all the other cards from behind the scenes. This card, this 3 of Wands, is about seeing the bigger picture. It's seeing what else is out there. It has the energy to keep moving forward. This might be also wanting travel, to get out of your comfort zone as well. Some of you might be having a lot of fear about your comfort zone, and that might be what's keeping you from having like this happy ending. You want to stay in this comfort zone because it's like, you know, your demons, you know what your weaknesses are, you know know how this is, and to go beyond that is scary for you. You don't want to release that because then you go into the unknown. This is about embracing the unknown and not having your defenses brought up. This is about, when we have it upright like this is about, and with the minor arcana cards, this is about bringing awareness and like how you have the power to flip this, because this is like daily activities. There isn't any outside influences. The only major arcana here that is considered like an outside influence is the strength card, and this could be something that you're feeling alone, that you have to travel alone. It's a path that you must do alone. It is your own journey. It is your own cycle of rebirth and healing. Okay, so this is what you're going to be focusing in on for this new moon energy, is this confidence. You're going to need confidence in seeing beyond, maybe going on a travel, seeing the world from a new perspective. You know, the Three of Wands is like grounding certain energies. Like, you've had past victories, you've had them. You may not see it right now. Maybe no one's speaking to you about it. You know, you felt like people used to look up to you, but now that they don't, you know, and it's like someone who always talks about their history and their past, right? And you're like, okay, what's something new and fresh that you can do? You got to put an end to that cycle to embrace the new. Let me look right here. We have one sword. We have technically one cup, 2 pentacles, and 3 wands. Okay, so we have a lot of energy kind of coming into this. Sometimes also wands is spiritual energy, so this is needing a spiritual connection. This is why we have also that 10 of pentacles energy. You might need to connect spiritually with your ancestors. Leaving an offering for this new moon is something to consider as well. Let me see. Some of you might be, I was just thinking, back problems, because like swords in the back, like needing to have even acupuncture, needing to get your back looked at, or like feeling like the swords are coming out from here, taking care of your body as well. When we see a lot of pentacles, this could be physical representation. Oh, we have one sword here. You have physical representation. Just taking care of your body, nourishing your body. This could also be introducing, like, have a home cooked meal. Think of home, comfort in home, you know, making it where your home is filled even with plants. If you're not like me, who sometimes air plants are really, really great. Sometimes just having some fake plants around is really great. My plants, you know, surprisingly, the ones outside aren't doing too bad. It's the ones inside that don't make it for me. Probably because I don't have a lot of sun that gets into my house. Okay, so just keep that in mind. For some of you, maybe plants is a great option. For some of you who are like me, maybe they're not. But this is embracing a victorious path. Like, when you make this decision, when you can, and I'm also seeing someone here who is breaking down their own defenses to also set limitations with this 2 of Pentacles and this 2 of Swords. We're seeing someone who's trusting their intuition and only taking control of like 2 things. Like, you make a decision and you're going to juggle just 2 of them. You're not going to let things get out of hand. You have enough on your plate already. You don't want to put this investment already here. You're going to narrow it down, and this leads you to a path of victory, because now this has your full attention. You don't have to be on the lookout for someone else trying to come behind your back, trying to take what is yours, right? You're going to be able to concentrate this, and you'll be able to see everything in full circle. Everything comes full circle. Which, right, so we're going to bring in some oracle cards here. I'm just pushing everyone over, because we'll touch base, you know, with the tarot when we see what oracle cards come out. Okay. Everyone's favorite, we have surrender cards, so you know what to surrender in order to receive your blessings. Pile number 2, what do you need to surrender? What do you need to surrender for personal victory? first card up is surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. That's definitely speaking very strongly with that Six of Wands energy. It's because like someone here feels like they're supposed to be the hero. They're supposed to help others. And it's like you need to help yourself first. You need to take care of your own needs first, your own family, your own community. Don't let anyone else drain you from that. I feel like someone's throwing a lot of the responsibilities on you, and that could be like why you're feeling the need to get away. You need to be able to get away. And hey, you know what? And surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Having some fun. Could be also another way, also connecting with your childhood of like when you were feeling scared as a child, what would you do to conquer your fears, as we see that. Also with Leo energy, it is a deals with inner child energy as well, because if you look at the Sun card in the major arcana, you would see a child riding a horse in that one, and like that child is related to Sun, and the Sun rules over Leo. And then one of the funniest cards in here is surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Now, this could be because you're thinking of a problem that is, you're making it more stressful. You're thinking that it's worse than it is, and that's why your defenses are up. It's hard for you to make a decision because you don't see everything. You're like, I need to be very analytical about this, and those analytical thoughts are what's dragging you down. Versus taking a deep breath. And in this moment, when I see, it's so easy to say surrender stress. And if you watched any of my other videos, I may say this a lot, but definitely when this card comes up, I need to say this. It could be release stress for a moment. Have a moment of just like play, you know, do something for yourself, not for others, you know, surrender that moment so that you can like ease your mind. You're not overthinking a problem. You can take your defensive down, and maybe some of you need to spend some time with family, with your community, with your chosen family. And that's what you need to do right now instead. Okay. Of course, I put these cards like so far away from me. We're going to do a message from the fairies. Let's see. What do the fairies want to say for pile number 2? Some extra guidance. No one wants to come out that round. It's all right. Oh, there we go. Okay, card at the bottom. Okay, first card up is we have hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Perhaps a secret or a memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. This could also be like, because you're focusing back on yourself, you're having that moment of play. This could be like a hidden talent that you didn't realize because you were too focused on what other people were doing as well. You can find inspiration. We've got music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. So maybe some of that surrender to play, that joy, that excitement. Some of you might need to go to a concert. Maybe you just need to go dancing. Maybe you need to deal like playing music. You may want to do into that. Maybe there is like a family party you want to go to and you want to have music and dance there. You want to host a party. You know, keep that in mind when we're dealing with this, because it also could just be a chill, laid back like stream. If some of you are streamers out there, you know, where you want to play some music, you know, copyright free, of course, even on Twitch. You know how to work that. And then we have wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. For some of you, you may want to do this. This might bring that calm and that serenity that you need when you have more in focus on what it is that you want. What is the bigger picture? What is the dream that you seek here? If you take your fears like the what's if, or like what if that happens, or what if this, like I don't have the finances, if you take that all out of the equation, what are you left with? Okay. All right, some self-care activities. And with the self-care, you can do some of them, you could do none of them. It could just be inspiration for you to do your own thing, to do the night before, the night of, or the night after, or when you watch this video, you know, you want to do some self-care activities. For this new moon, I always recommend a ritual bath. I think baths or showers are really great to cleanse yourself before or on the side of the new moon, especially full moons. Okay, we got 2 right there. Hold on. Okay, we actually have all 3 right here. Okay. Dream journal. You might be getting messages in your dream. You want to analyze your dream. It says, are you sleeping, in the book right there. Are you sleeping? And then we have reading. Maybe you need to read. That might be something surrender to play, something joyful you want to do. Read about other places. Read about other places you want to go and visit, that you want to see in the world. And yeah, and it could also be like reading about dreams itself. Also getting someone reading music. Could be someone reading music. And then we've got pleasure. This is self-pleasure, pleasure with a partner. This could be, as you can see, pleasure as it is indicated on this card. I'm not saying it too much because I don't think YouTube likes it. We're sex positive in this, in my space here. But this could also be pleasure as in you're reading about pleasure or reading a smutty book. I mean, we're pro-smut in here. You know, AO3 and whatnot, and fan fictions. You got it. Or, you know, book talk. Love it there. So we have all that. Maybe you need to read that, and that's how you get to surrender some stress, okay? Because you're taking care of yourself and you're having good dreams because of it, okay? Maybe some of you have been dreaming about writing a book. This could be the sign to do it because it'll also bring you pleasure because you're working on something that you love. All right, we're going to end your reading with a daily oracle. Thank you so much for being here, by the way. Pile number 2, what is it that you need to know? Ooh, don't fall. You're not for everyone. You're for you and the people who get you. Definitely. I'm definitely sticking with this 10 of Pentacles energy. You're not for everyone. You're for you and the people who get you. This is your chosen family. You're not going to be made for everyone. That's why we're surrendering that habit of people pleasing. Not everyone is going to love you. Not everyone's going to hold you to the highest tier possible. You know, and that's okay. You're not made for everyone. You know who you feel victorious and who holds you up the highest. You know who brings you that feeling of victory, that you are a shining star, okay? All right. Thank you again for being here. Pile number 2. Again, please make sure to like this video, thumbs up, you know, subscribe to the channel if you like my style of reading, share it with a friend that may enjoy it, and yeah, make sure you follow me on my other socials. I try to post content daily, just on different socials, whoever allows me to post that day. Sometimes they can be fickle. If you are interested in that group ritual that I'm hosting for this new moon in Leo energy, all that will be in the description box. And otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful new moon experience for yourself, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. All right, let us find out from Spirit what it is that the universe wants you to know, your divine spiritual team wants you to know, your higher self. What is it about this new moon that you need to be aware of? Your blessings, what you must release, what you want to manifest, what will help you manifest, your desires, your dreams. What is it, pile number 3, that you need to know? This new moon in Leo energy. Okay. We got one right there right away. 6 of Swords. Okay, so with the 6 of Swords, as you see, there is a trio here. It looks like one person's taking care of the other 2 and guiding them away from difficult waters, difficult emotions, ideas, getting away from the drama, but they don't see their destination ahead. They're not even focusing on like the beautiful rainbow, the stars, and the peace that they'll be heading into. This could be also a sign that spirit or your spirit guides are trying to help you on your way. This could also be an ancestor as well, if someone has passed on in your life, maybe someone you may at least heard stories about. They'd be trying to guide you and protect you. With the Death card, this also brings us Scorpio energy. This could be a cycle that needs to come to an end, but you're like, I'm not sure I want to. It could be resisting this end of a cycle happening, you know, to embrace this new moon energy that needs to happen. We have the 4 of Cups being present in this reading. It is in reverse. This could be having boredom and resisting change, also in the sense of like, you know, are you going to accept something new, or is trying, like, this is also like the 6 of Swords is like you're being presented a gift And with this Four of Cups, it's like, here is a gift right here, but do you want to take it, or are you already bored of what you have? Maybe you want to swap one cup for another, you know, versus adding on something to your daily life, and you're just like, I don't know if I have the energy to take on. Then we get the Empress. The Empress is ruled by Venus, which rules over both Libra and Taurus placements. Okay, and I bring that up in case you maybe have a lot of Leo or Libra and Taurus placements. And we have the Knight. So we have a whole thing here. We've got the Knight of Swords, which I personally associate with Gemini energy, and we kind of see both like them going in opposite directions, both the horses. It's like a message coming in, but you're not receiving it. It's a delayed message. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is actually Aries energy. Now, with the wands and the swords, technically the swords can be, I associate it personally with Gemini energy, but this could also be Libra again, or just double Libra energy and Aquarius energy, and of course the Queen of Wands, all the fire signs, which includes, like I said, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. But like how I read it, it's going to be Aries. This could be trying to take charge of a situation. You need to embrace this energy, embrace this vision. Something's getting lost in translation with this new moon magic. In the sense of like there's a message that's trying to be sent to you, and it's not getting there. It is delayed since it's in reverse. It might be something also that you don't want to hear, that you've been avoiding because it feels like you just don't want to deal with it right now. You don't want to take it and head on. You want to walk away from the situation, says the Eight of Cups. You want to see what else is out there. This could also be like you're not sure if you should stay or you should go type of energy. If you need to manifest, you're going to sit there and attract that type of energy. But there's something that's missing that is true to your emotions. It's something that you need to move on for. Some of you maybe wanted to discuss travel, going overseas, as we see like there's an ocean here. There's even water here, even though they're traveling on land, but they could have been here having to go cross over where the cups are into this other land right here. So you need to take an emotional or a spiritual journey. But maybe it's delayed. That's why we see like this Knight of Cups there. we got more court cards. We got the King of Wands. We got Leo energy. Okay, so Leo energy, having that issue of confidence. You're not feeling like you can draw people in. You can't bring a vision here. So this new moon, especially in Leo here, is going to be about manifestation, a dream. Like something's missing. What is it? What is it that is missing? Page of Pentacles, the keeper of all earth. This is earth signs. We've got our Taurus, our Capricorns, and our Virgos. But the Page of Pentacles, man, like this is about starting something new. This is researching. This is like, hey, where would you like save or invest your money? Where do you want to go? Where would you want to travel to? And then we have, this is from the card at the bottom of the deck. This is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this is coming from a place of wanting abundance, financial security. Let me put those cards aside. Okay, this is about wanting security. This is about you wanting to sit in your abundance, but you don't see it yet. You don't know how to get there yet. This is about meditation. This is about a vision. This is about, you know, why I associate this with Aries is because the Queen of Wands is about getting things started. They're the spark, okay? They're about trusting their intuition. As we see, there's a cat that is right here. That is a guardian. That is intuition. That is getting in touch with that side of you and trusting that process. Trusting that you know where the vision is, and you don't care about people judging you. Like you don't care about what other people say or what they think. Like their words can't cut you, because with this Knight of Swords energy, this could be, and it's not because it doesn't have to be a Gemini placement, but the Knight itself is about someone who might be stabbing you in the back, cutting you like from the back with this, cutting you with their words, trying to take you down. And it could be like, that's why we're seeing like we're having an issue with confidence, because someone might be trying to take you down with their words. Maybe they're saying you're not enough, that, you know, you're a novice, that you need to already be a master, you know, in your craft, okay, before you can actually be to be successful in it. When it's like Spirit's telling you with the Page being present here, this all has to start somewhere. You don't have to be a master at a craft, okay? You don't have to have so many hours poured into it. If it's something that you want to invest in, and it's a new journey that you would like to take because you want to leave the old version of you, the old version of your environment, this old job, this old like place that's draining your emotion, because you want something new, because you want something more abundance and successful. This could also be an abundance of love, you know, self-love, self-worth, like seeing yourself in a new light, a new version of yourself, that, you know, it has to start somewhere. And you may not know where, but that's where that trusting that intuition comes to mind right here. And this could also be placements of people that are actually close to you that maybe you want to like draw upon their energy in a way of like, how do they act? Can you ask for help? What do they do to boost confidence in themselves? Like, you know, everyone has up and down days. How do they handle their down days? How do they, you know, embrace their up days? You know, what do they do to spark that and get things going and moving again? You know, this is also about taking care of your body, says the Empress. Like, don't rush into things as well. Take things one step at a time. You know, it's about creating even chaotic energy, says the Empress, and letting it have, like, as we see, like, all this energy, these rainbows around everyone here. It's about letting it surround you. It doesn't need a direction just yet. Okay, this is about just having inspiration. Okay, for this new moon, what does pile number 3 need to surrender? Definitely as well, when we're seeing a lot of court cards, like we literally have all court cards here. We've got each one. We've got page, a knight, a queen, and a king. And I mean, it'd be interesting because we don't have, like, we've got 2 wands for the king and queen aspect in there. But very interesting. This can mean, like, there's a lot of people that are trying to put, like, their 2 cents into it, and it could be overbearing at that point. Like, you need to focus in on yourself. That Page of Pentacles is about grounding that energy and focusing in on your own studies, your own, like, your own money, like, your own idea. It says both. Like, it could be a challenge because you're too busy caring about the words of others, and it's like you have to, like, put those thoughts to the side. You can't bring them into your space. This is also about having realistic boundaries with certain people as well. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. This card is also mostly about acknowledging when you do have negative thinking. You know, like, you have, like, when it happens, are you aware that it is happening in order to make those changes? Okay. Then we have surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. Remember, you don't have to know everything. This is about taking those first steps, embracing those steps, having confidence in that. And when people are, like, the negative thinking could be from, like I said, that Gemini energy, which could be reflective of yourself, but can also be like, if someone tells you, like, well, you know what, you're doing it wrong, and, you know, and they're trying to tear you down with the words, it's putting that barrier up between you and them. Be like, I'm not going to listen to you about this. I don't have to know it all to be able to study it, to be able to start with it. And then we have surrender worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out and out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. Now, easier said than done, right? Fear and worry are part of the human nature. Like, it's easy to say, you know, oh, just don't worry. Just don't worry about anything. You know, what might make you worry is that you're focusing too much on daily activity versus that bigger picture. That's why it feels like something's missing, but you don't know what. And so you're trying to think of daily things that you're doing. Like, what would you change? And maybe you need to look at the bigger picture here. Like, where else would you go? Where would you travel? What else would you see? What would you study? You know, don't have yourself in such a limiting belief. Think bigger with that, with the heart of that lion, okay? Surrender worry is more of like, don't feel like you're doing this alone. Spirits are there. Your ancestors are there to guide you. Someone's always there to hand you the way or give you a solution, even when it feels like something is being blocked. Know that it's being blocked for a reason, because something else and something better is going to open up for you. Okay, I had to reach over. Now we have a message from the fairies. Let's pile number 3. What do they need to know? What messages does pile number 3 need to hear right now? This new moon energy. Lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found. Thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never realized were lost. This could be confidence. This could be a thought that you had that, you know, you're like, what was it? You know, this could be inspiration. This can be a spark. pure intention, the fairy of manifestation, perfect for a new moon, will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. And all also includes yourself. The card at the bottom of the deck is purity. We're going for manifestation, purity. Purity here says, always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answers to your question. Trusting your intuition, trusting that first gut instinct. You know, if you're saying you're on a path and like I said, someone's like putting doubt and worry into you, you know, like they're not being a mentor, they're being more of a manipulation. There's someone spying on you from the shadows. They don't like to see you successful, so they're willing to do this. Like someone spying on your socials could also say in this, like a spy in the kingdom. Someone could also be sending the spy out to you. So like trust your intuition if it's dealing with someone else who you feel like isn't pure of heart, in a way of like they don't have good intentions behind. They don't have good intentions with you or a connection with you. This new moon might bring that to light. They're a person that when you think about, they bring you some worry. They bring you some like fear. You get negative thoughts when this person comes around. You know, keep that in mind. Also, for some of you, this could be someone who drains your energy. You know, when you deal and you interact with them, you're like, no more. I cannot deal with this. So keep that open curiosity. Keep that mind right here. Okay. I also see some of you with this Page of Pentacles energy. Maybe you need to put like a protective talisman up. Something to consider. All right, self-care cards. This is what you can do for the night of the new moon. Nights leading up to the new moon. You could do some of them. You could do none of them. It could just be inspiration. Or just like, hey, don't forget to take care of yourself. Like, make sure you schedule that time, like intent, you know, having that intention for that time. Not like, oh, I'm going to take a bath later. Like, make an intention to make it the best bath ever. Like adding coconut milk or honey, so maybe some flowers, you know, maybe some salt to the bath, you know, lighting candles, making sure it's a clean tub. Like, that's intention, not just, I'll take a bath later, you know. I mean, also do what you can. You have to take a quick shower, but it's like a nice hot shower or whatever you like, you know, nice cool shower, you know. That's an intent as well. All right. Do we have all three? Yes, we do. Okay. Sweet treat. A sweet treat's always good. Having, even if it's just like a nice sweet fruit, some candy, you know. I'm thinking someone like, there's this really good coconut, because I said coconut milk, I'm thinking of this really tasty coconut Cool Whip flavor, and that's really good with strawberries, so maybe someone wants to try that out. Then we have journal. Need to write a journal, need to write everything out, writing out your dreams, writing out your heart's desire, writing out your vision, you know, what it is that you wish you could be or wish you can change about yourself, you know, and things maybe you need to accept about yourself. And then connecting with your ancestors. I said someone here, maybe you're trying to give a message. When death comes into a reading as well, death can also just be a messenger from someone who is passed on. So there might be a message here that maybe I said that connects with someone specifically. It could always be that, you know, sometimes the general readings, I don't know. You can change that if you would like to insert, you know, here, doing a plug for myself here for my private tarot readings. You can always book a private reading with me. Anyways, but, you know, connecting with your ancestors. This could also be saying leave an offering out for your ancestors for that new moon, you know, acknowledging them. It's family, it's the heart, you know. And then also could just be like, hey, maybe learn more about your family tree or family traditions. Maybe there's something that your family would make, you know, a childhood thing, a sweet treat that you're like, you know what, I haven't had this since I was a kid, I'm going to indulge in it. Okay? All right, we're going to end the reading with a daily oracle. And let's find out what pile number 3 needs to know for this new moon energy. Don't sweat the minor details when there's a big picture to absorb. Well, you know, we were just talking about that with that King of Wands energy, the bigger vision. The Queen of Wands has that vision as well. And it's about keeping consistency. So, like, you're really good at getting things started, but having to make sure you keep it consistent so you don't lead to burnout. So don't sweat the minor details when there's a bigger picture to absorb, okay? There you go, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here. Please make sure to thumbs up the video, share it with a friend, subscribe subscribe to the channel if you like my style of readings. If you're interested in that group ritual that I talked about in the intro, all that information will be down below. And I think that's about it. Remember to follow me on all my other socials. I try to post consistently on different socials. You know, sometimes they're finicky and they don't get out there because they won't load. But other than that, yeah, we can always chill and hang out on the Discord. All right, thank you so much for being here. I truly do appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful new moon experience. Have a wonderful night, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.